Hey everyone. Oh, it's a beautiful Spanish morning after about a week and a half of rain. And just recently, my good friend Steve reminded me that I hadn't posted a video in a while. I have excuses. More on that later. So we all have excuses. Everything from it's raining, or it's probably going to rain, or I think it's raining, or it's windy, or I'm tired, my knee hurts. For me, it's a lot of age-related type stuff, but you know, once you get to our age, you know, mid 50s, you know, you had to start to have aches and pains. And before I left Canada, my orthopedic surgeon told me that after a knee x-ray, which was bothering me quite a bit, he said I had the knees of a 17-year-old Swedish boy. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But anyway, he said there was nothing wrong with my knee, but it's been bothering me the whole time I've been here. Anyway, that's just one excuse. There's more. So, as we get older, well, maybe not even that, but we can find plenty of excuses not to get up in the morning and get out. And I'm the king of excuses. Beautiful morning. I'm getting a little tired of sunsets, though. I got to tell you, lately my photography has been decidedly postcardy. I'm going to try to get away from that today. With any luck, I might get something a little more interesting. I'm off to the Balcón de Europa, which is a central meeting place in Nerja. And I don't know, it's a little bit non-landscapey, but I can get a high point there, so maybe I can do some long exposure type things. If there's enough action in the waves from that point, that would be lovely. So let's see what we can do. This is a typical street in Nerja. This is called Calle Carabao Street. Anyway, here we are at the Balcón de Europa. Not many people here, just a few kind of off camera. I'm sure they're going to make their way in front of me, but if I use a long enough exposure, they may, for the most part, disappear. So I'm going to use a 10-stop ND to make people disappear, maybe. Get the clouds moving before the sun comes up, and let's see what we get from that. You can see I've got this feature of the balcony kind of feature. Maybe I'll just have it break in a little bit. And there's King Alfonso over there on the left-hand side in silhouette. And yeah, let's see what we get there. It'll be a fairly long one. I wish those clouds are moving more, though. Now you can probably see I need to get the tripod up a little higher to get a little more separation from the balcony top and the sea. I decided to go with a tighter composition. Everything was getting kind of lost. And King Alfonso's head was getting a little too close to the landmass in the background. I'll show you that view in a sec. There we go. Hi. Some curious onlookers. Oh wow, sun's peaking right now. I don't know what that's going to look like on a long exposure. I think this is a 30-second exposure. Okay, so on to my next excuse for not getting out. I've been navigating, or trying to navigate, the drone laws here in Spain. And it's not been easy. I took this drone from Canada thinking it was the most compliant drone you could fly anywhere. In fact, in Canada, you don't need a license. It doesn't need to be registered. Here in Spain, though, it requires a registration number and also liability insurance, which I got, which I thought I was being compliant and being a good drone operator. Problem is, the Nair drone app.
Aircraft will power off in 5 seconds. Press any button on aircraft to cancel.
So, using the Nair drone app, it didn't look like I could fly anywhere in Spain, anywhere, without first getting permission from the Ministry of the Interior. These damn mics keep popping off my... So I had to get permission from the Ministry of the Interior, and they give you a link in the drone app. Of course, everything is in Spanish, so you have to translate it. That didn't matter. Clicked on the link, and it was like being dropped blindfolded in the middle of a corn maze. The interface was so bad. And I couldn't find what I was looking for. I tried several times. And even when I found where I was looking, or where I thought I needed to be, the whole thing would crash. The website would crash. So that was it. So the last word I heard from the local constabulary here is that I could not fly unless I had a letter giving me permission. And I could not fly over the sea regardless, which seemed odd. Not only that, now if anybody, you guys hear what I'm talking about here in Spain and want to correct me, oh, I would so love that, because I would like to get the drone up so that I could give kind of a lay of the land and tell the story a little better. But anyway, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so if you do get the letter, if you're able to navigate the website, get the letter, you have to apply 5 days in advance. That means you have to kind of predict what the weather's going to be 5 days prior. So it could be windy, it could be raining, could be cloudy, could be, I don't know, you're not feeling well that day. It just didn't seem tenable to have such a restriction. And it seemed, honestly, just really ridiculous. So that's my story. I'm going to stick to it. But I haven't given up, and I'm going to continue to try and get some kind of compliance and fly the drone. Oh, by the way, I've already flown it, thinking I had everything in place, and I'll show you that. I'll show you that drone footage a little later. It was just me getting used to the drone since I've not flown it before. So anyway, I'll show you those. And that was completely illegal, I guess. But I was, I'm a very conscientious person, and I flew it in the early morning, nobody around. on the beach, you know, not really bothering anyone. But anyway, you'll see that in a bit.
Hello.
Well, that was interesting. Anyway, I found another possible shot. It's going to be a long exposure type thing, and I'll show it to you here. It's all right. It might make it more interesting once I blur all the waves. I don't know how long I can expose this. I really only have a 10 stop with me, and it's getting kind of light, so now we'll see. This will be a very long exposure, 4 minutes. These lines leading towards King Alfonso. Maybe a little more sky. I don't know, let's see. Something like that. While my camera is exposing for 60 seconds, I'm looking for other shoots. Always a good thing to do. So I switched to a very long lens, a 230 millimeter XC lens from Fuji. Pretty cheap lens, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to get at this distance and focal length, but we'll give it a try. So I think that's all for me today. It was a beautiful morning. Don't know if I got anything, but if I did, I'll show you. Also, I haven't all that idle. I have been out shooting, but just not recording, so maybe I'll throw a few of those up right about now. And if you like what you see, If you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.